season's halfway over. What's your halfway NFL takeaway? 888-623-3646, 888-623-3646. Hit me up with your halfway NFL takeaway. Let's go to Dan in Las Vegas. Dan, you're up next here on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
Hey, man, great show. I want to tell you why my team is the worst. So I'm originally from the Chicago area, and I have not called in a sports talk show in 20 years. 1999, Walt Harris playing defensive back gave a 15-yard cushion to a Vikings wide receiver on a 4th and goal, and the receiver just went out, turned around, caught a touchdown, game over. And the defensive coordinator afterwards, Bob Slowick, was talking about, oh, well, that's the coverage we called. And so I called up CLTV at the time, which was Greeny was the host, Mike Greenberg, and I unloaded, right?
Yeah.
I've been quiet for 21 years. I've been quiet. Now Nagy has unleashed the beast again.
I almost feel honored. This is an honor.
Yes. So watching this guy take a knee and then afterwards defend it to say, oh, well, listen, they knew we were going to run. If they knew you were going to run, then you throw the ball. So for every coach that's out there, here's a simple thing. Ask yourself, what would Bill Belichick do in this situation? The Patriots would throw it and go for a touchdown, and then they go for 2, and then they go up 7, right? That's how the Patriots run their team. So everyone tries to figure this out. It's not rocket science, right? I'm watching the Colts game. Frank Reich takes a knee at like the 38-yard line, gives his kicker a 51-yard attempt. Thankfully, Vinatieri made it. He's 50 years old. He's still making field goals. But these coaches, they're supposed to be rocket scientists. They're supposed to be mad geniuses, and they can't. What does that tell you? What does that tell your offense when you don't want to throw a ball or you don't want to hand off a ball? You're basically saying you can't trust them to get you 2, 3, 4, 5 more yards. You got no business being in this game, playing this game, if you can't trust your team.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I agree with that sentiment. There are certain circumstances where discretion is the better part of valor, but as far as being aggressive with the situation, it's really funny because football coaches, they're always preaching toughness, and they need to. I mean, football is talk about being tough. I mean, it's a brutal sport. It's not really something human beings should be doing. So I am often in awe of how football players get themselves out there on the field and what they put themselves through. I'm often in awe of that. But the coaches, for all the toughness that they preach, a lot of times they take a really cowardly approach to those sort of situations you reference, where the fear of what happens if it doesn't work out outweighs the benefits of what happens if it does. Now, I think the league has trended far more, to being more aggressive and the like, and not being quite as worried about what might go the wrong way. But as far as historically it goes, it's really against common sense. Coaches have coached against common sense way too often. That was, one of the things Freddie Kitchens was getting blasted for yesterday, right? I mean, what he kind of was totally conservative about in a situation where the game was already in hand, and that's a real issue when you've got a team that is underperforming as much as the Browns have underperformed. So he wanted to tell me why the Bears are the worst. Tell me why your team is the best or why your team is the worst at 888